Hi everyone, welcome to Rain's Kitchen and Garden. My name is Rain. In today's video, I'm making garlic oil. I've recently had to remove garlic from my diet for digestive reasons, but I can, however, have it in oil form. It's so easy and delicious. Let me show you how I make it. These are the ingredients that you'll need for this garlic infused oil. You simply need 2 ingredients, your favorite olive oil and 2 to 3 bulbs of garlic. The first thing I'm going to do is prepare my garlic. There are very few steps to this garlic oil or garlic infused oil recipe. I just want to get all of the cloves off of the bulb. I'm going to cut the bottom off. I would say this is the hardest part. Not hard, but longest part. Come on. Come on. Come on, Mr. Garlic. I'll get you later. All right. Some people will do this with the skins and all that. I prefer to just take everything off. I think it's easier. Okay, let me get rid of some of the skin so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, I've got my pot here. I'm going to put it right next to me. There we go. So I am basically going to just chop the garlic, remove the skins, and like I said, some people keep the skins on. I don't. I don't like keeping the skins on. So I take them off. You can peel them or you can do this. This is an easier way. I don't want to crush the garlic too much, but you give it a little bang, and then the skin should come right off. There we go. This is kind of very fresh garlic, so it's not easy to peel it. But this is another way of doing it. This is how I usually do it. I cut off one side, and usually the whole piece comes off like that. We're going to be cutting the garlic in half, but I just want to put it in the pot for now to get it off the cutting board. Let's see if we can do 2 at a time here. Almost. There, I got that one. Cool. The reason that I make garlic infused oil is because I have digestive issues and I'm following a food plan, or I'm not really following it. I'm trying recipes out for the low FODMAP food plan. And low FODMAP, I can leave a description in the link in the description if that interests you. It's an eating plan that was put together, I believe, by a university in Australia to help people who have IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. I have been diagnosed with that. And this low FODMAP diet makes it so much easier to eat food. FODMAPs are complex carbohydrates that are very hard to digest for some people, especially people who have IBS. Not all of us, but some of us. So I decided this year, okay, I want to try a low FODMAP eating plan, or at least try the recipes and see if it actually helps me. And FODMAP is an acronym. It's FODMAP, and it all stands for something. I don't have the scientific name in front of me, but, you know, like I said, if you have IBS, you probably know this already. So I was reading that one of the most difficult things for people with IBS to digest is garlic. And that kind of broke my foodie heart because I think it's true in my case. I stopped eating garlic, onions as well, unfortunately. Chives are okay. The green part of the green onion or the scallion is okay as well, but not the white part. So you can substitute onions with the green part of the scallions or chives. But back to the garlic. Since I stopped eating garlic a month ago, I found that my digestion is so much better. I hated that because I put garlic in everything. Everything. And I was missing it, so I was doing some research. And I read that garlic infused oil is not high on the FODMAP scale. And that people with IBS can, in fact, consume garlic infused oil because it's low on the FODMAP scale, which is like amazing because it still has that flavor, but it's not going to cause digestive issues. And so I tried it and it's great. And I'm going to just tell you, I always say this, you know, take a recipe and make it your own. You might have to, I'm going to keep these small little pieces after, because those are going to be hard to peel and it's going to take too much time on camera. You may have to tweak this recipe. If you like it more garlicky, you may have to add more, or you might want less, or you might want more oil. I mean, you have to just figure it out on your own. The first time that I made it, I only put 1 clove of garlic, or 1 bulb of garlic in there, and it wasn't garlicky enough for me, so I started putting 2 in, and that's perfect for my taste buds. You may have to tweak it, like I said, for your taste buds. And there are plenty of ways to make garlic infused oil. I'm just showing you my way. Oh, come on. The last one has to be the difficult one. There we go. I'm just going to clean this up and then we'll continue. Okay, so I've got all of my little pieces of garlic here out of the pot because, like I said, I'm going to cut them in half, each one, and they go right back into the pot. I love this. I love that I can eat garlic again. I put anytime I use oil for any kind of cooking, I use the garlic oil. Oh, these are slippery fellas. You know, in my pasta sauce, when I cook my fish, I use it. A little oil on it. In vegetables, I mean, I put this in my mashed potatoes. Holy guacamole. Is that ever good? I tell you what. When salad season starts, I can use it as an oil for my salad. Oops. There we go. So I'm going to move this over. And there, so you can see, that's all the little bits of garlic in there. So now I'm going to just pour in my oil. I don't really measure it, but I'm pouring it in until all the garlic is submerged. There we go. That may be about a cup, half a cup, 1.5 cups approximately, if you want a measurement, something like that. So now this is going to go on to the stove. I've got my burner on medium low, and I'm going to very, very slowly bring up the heat of the oil to 140 degrees Fahrenheit. That's 60 degrees Celsius. So I've got my little thermometer here, and I'm going to check it once in a while, and I'm going to stir it, not constantly, but very, very often, because I want it to heat up evenly. I don't want to burn the garlic. I don't want to boil the oil. Olive oil has a very high heating point, but still, I want to keep an eye on it just to be careful. anytime I'm using oil, heating up oil like this, I'm extremely careful with it, because I'll be honest with you, one time, this was quite a long time ago, we were cooking steaks, and we heated up the frying pan, and then we poured a little bit of olive oil in it, but the frying pan was way too hot and it burst into flames. That scared the behoozes out of us, I gotta tell you. So ever since then, I am extremely careful with oil, any kind of oil on the stove, though I really only use olive oil. So this will take a couple of minutes to reach that temperature, and I can check now, just, you know, for fun, but it's nowhere near, you know. I think we're at 80 degrees Fahrenheit, so we still have another 60 degrees to go. All right, why don't we check the temperature? It has not been that long. It's only been maybe 3 minutes, but it doesn't really take all that long. I'm just gonna tilt my pot so I can get a good read here. Oh, we're at 140. Look at that, 140. Perfect. It's actually 150, but that's okay. Let me take that off the heat. At this point, I have my oil and garlic on my heating pad. See, I have a little heating pad here. And I'm going to cover that with a towel because we're going to let this sit for 5 hours. And I'm going to put my heating pad on medium and set my alarm for 5 hours from now, because I want it to remain warm. This way it slowly infuses and releases its flavor. Although I have to say my kitchen smells amazing right now. My oil has been infusing for 5 hours and it smells so good. Now I'm going to strain it and put it into a mason jar, because that's going to sit in the fridge for about a week. Now, sometimes this can be a little messy, so I'm going to try not to make a mess here. I'm just going to give that a little bit of a push with my spoon to try to get out any kind of flavor or oil that's left over in this little strainer here. But really this, oh, it just tastes so good, this garlic infused oil. I've read on multiple credible sites that this oil lasts 1 week in the refrigerator. I know some people have said that theirs lasts between 2 to 3 weeks in the fridge, but I always kind of prefer to be cautious about it when it comes to food safety. So I use it within a week, the same week that I make it. And that's why I make it in small quantities, to make sure that it's not just sitting in the fridge going rancid. Now, you can add this to any recipe where you would use garlic. My taste buds say half a teaspoon of this oil is equivalent to 1 clove of garlic, but you'll have to experiment for your own tastes. I hope you enjoyed this video today. If you did, please give it a like and please do subscribe. If you don't want to miss out on future videos, don't forget to hit the notification bell for more home cooking. Don't forget to leave me a comment. I love your comments and I reply to all of them. And please share this video with anyone you might think will enjoy it. Thanks again for watching, my friends. I'll see you next time on Rain's Kitchen and Garden. Bye.